Welcome to another episode of Baby Bounce Back. Shout out to all my new subscribers. Hey guys, I'm up to 70 now. How crazy is that? I do not have enough traffic to be monetized yet, so you know all my content is from the heart. This is week 42 of fitness training after having my fourth child. I decided to have a child while knowing that I had a spinal fracture. I began this playlist practically bedridden. I couldn't lift up my baby. I could hold him, but I couldn't even put him in his crib. I could get out of bed, but it was a great ordeal. And if you want to watch the transformation over the long term, you can just start this playlist from the beginning. This isn't the first time I've lost that much weight. After my third child, with the help of a fitness trainer, I lost 55 pounds in 5 months. That was intense. It was a massive transformation in just a short period of time. I was making people angry I'd lost so much weight. That's enough. You've lost enough weight now. I've heard that from several different sources. With this playlist, I wanted to show you guys that it is possible to execute gradual change in your lives with massive results. The real trick here is consistency. It takes so long to lose the weight that we get distracted or disgruntled or frustrated with it, and then we say, forget it, and give up. And then we go back to our old habits and we don't see lasting change. But if you stick to it and know that as a mother of 4, I just work out now. Or for me, it was when I became a mother of 3, working out was part of being a mother of 3. This is a picture of me reading out loud to my children during homeschool. I wanted to sneak in a little picture of the baby. He's 11 months old now. It's going to be a whole year. His birthday's coming up. I don't know if I speak for all parents, but I know when I have a brand new baby, my life is never the same. I don't even remember what life was like before that baby. Everything is new and different, and I took that mode of change and I utilized it. So with my third child, I said, mother of 3 works out. And that's what I told myself, and I had arguments with myself. I spent 6 months of that pregnancy with my third child talking myself up to working out. The result was, once he was born, I was committed and resigned to it. It was still a complete mental trip. I had just had a baby, and the last thing I wanted to do was go outside and do bear crawls around my neighborhood. But I had been dealing with chronic pain for years, because I didn't know I had a spinal fracture at that time. I was ready to be done with it. But I had to get over myself and my own mental chatter. The interesting thing I've learned about negative mental chatter is that once you stop listening to it, eventually it goes away. In my experience, you have to get to the point where you recognize that the negative mental chatter in your head is just full of lies. And once you recognize it's just full of lies, you don't have to listen to it anymore. But as long as you're afraid it might be true, it'll still be in there ringing in the back corner of your ear. I'm no doctor, but in my experience, the best way to get rid of negative mental chatter is to develop a stronger relationship with the truth. Maybe the truth is that you do need to make a change. Maybe you do need to take better care of yourself. Once I started taking care of myself, those negative mental voices had a lot less ammunition. I used to have crippling anxiety. It would keep me from doing things. I wouldn't make phone calls. I wouldn't hardly go out of my house. A large portion of my anxiety had to do with fitness. I knew a little boy that actually snapped his neck on a treadmill, and I didn't realize how much that had affected me until the one day I actually walked into the gym for the first time, because I knew I needed to start taking care of myself. And I just about had the closest thing to a panic attack I've ever had. That's why I hired a personal trainer, because I recognized that day that I needed help. I needed a teacher. I needed someone to walk with me through this. Even though the gym felt like a building full of death machines, I chose voluntarily to enter. And every time I went in, my fear would get cut in half and in half and in half again, until after 6 months, my anxiety just snapped off completely. And now I can go into the gym. I don't have any issues. Well, none of those issues anyway. Maybe I have other issues now. As you can see, I can even have fitness equipment in my house, and that was its own kind of mental trip for me. But here I have come through it, triumphant and victorious. I can bear witness to the things that were successful for me, and I salute you on your journey as you search for the things that will be successful for you. Healing is possible. Thoughtful, safe, and voluntary exposure can conquer your fear. With a good teacher, you can start your journey today.
Remember, keep moving.